what should you bring to Airsoft? So for Airsoft, you're going to want your primary. Something like an AR, like this one. Don't worry about the beeping. That's the tracer unit turning on. You're going to want something like an AR, especially if it's your first time. Of course, you can run something like an LMG or a sniper. But I recommend, if you're starting out, to start with an AR. They are very simple to use and very fun. And if you want, you can also get yourself a secondary, especially if you're at close range or you're running a sniper. Something like a CO2 pistol will work fine. Green gas tends to not work at colder temperatures, so if you are wanting to play in the winter, don't use green gas. With a pistol, I recommend probably taking an extra mag depending on your magazine capabilities. This one holds about 13 rounds, so I definitely need an extra. And for your M4 or AR or whatever gun, I recommend multiple mags, because usually you're not going to be able to reload while you're out there, so you just slip in another mag and it's real quick. If you're using mid caps like these, you're going to want a speed loader. You can get these push ones or a crank loader, which is 10 times faster than this. So, I mean, these are simple. They're really easy to use. Pop this open, fill it with BBs, push this up, and it pushes them out from the bottom here into your magazine. Another thing you're going to need is, if you're running an AEG like this one right here, you're going to want your charger and battery. Do not cheap out on these. You can get really cheap ones. Depending on the quality of your gun, will change what you should get for your battery. So like this one, this is like a $400 AEG. I got this Titan battery with Titan charger here. If you get something like a $200 gun, you can get an expensive battery with it if you want. These do work really well. With this battery paired up with the MOSFET in there, it has lasted me 7 hours of gameplay. So very nice. If you get a charger like this, it can also tell you the voltage left on the battery, which is really nice. Another thing you'll need, BBs. Unless you are going to a place that has BBs, sell BBs, which most places do, buy some off Amazon. You can get some like this. These are biodegradable. A lot of places require biodegradable because they don't want, BBs sticking around there. 10,000 here. I think this was around probably 25 bucks. Not entirely sure. It's been a little bit since I got this, but I run 0.25 grams. The weight of your BBs does matter. If you're running a $200 gun or more, you're typically going to want to have 0.2 gram BBs or higher. The weight of the BB does matter significantly. If you run like the cheap 0.12 gram BBs, which are more for your cheap like $60 to $100 airsoft guns, your like cheap plastic ones, not like full metal or like the hard polymer, you're going to be wanting to have heavier BBs, because the other ones will actually like break because of how hard these ones hit compared to those cheaper ones. Next from there, for your pistol, you're going to want to have, if you're running a CO2, we'll have CO2 carts like these. Pretty standard CO2 cartridges. You get like 15 here for probably close to 10 bucks. So not too bad for this. Typically, you're going to want to pay like 50 cents a piece for these for a good price. Next, if you're doing an airsoft mil sim, you're probably going to have a light if it goes into the night. Something like this would be fine, especially because it's got a red light function for if you're out. So you don't have to go buy lights for your helmets. Like this one. This is more for show, or if you want to throw a GoPro on here. You can also put red lights on here if you don't have one of those laying around, the headlamps. This is very comfortable. It's got padding in it. You could find these for 25 bucks. I'm not sure how much this is. I got it used for 25 and works pretty well. Haven't had any issues with that. Next, your mask. So I started out with paintball, played a little bit of paintball, liked it. Didn't like getting paint all over myself. This one's been used in paintball. I've used this for airsoft. This is a fog-proof mask. It has fogged probably twice for me, so has not fogged much for me. This is actually my least fogging mask besides my new one I just got here that I've ever had. Only issue is breathability is not very good in this because it's meant to like keep paint from getting on you from paintballs. Next, another type of mask option is this, a two-piece mask. So something like this is also very common here because this really stiff mesh here. Allows you to breathe really well, but also keeps your face protected. And then something like a top piece like this that I just got. You want it to be fog proof because not having fog proof can create many issues and is not fun to have foggy goggles. It's not fun. I've played countless hours with foggy goggles. Another thing, you're probably going to want to run with a plate carrier, especially once you're well into it and you've got your kit set up. Plate carrier really helps to hold these mags. If you don't want to get a plate carrier, you can always have like a fanny pack. You can store, I think, 3-4 mags in a fanny pack. Before I got my plate carrier, I used to run one of these, and it was very helpful. I just, whenever I was laying down in it, like this huge bulge, it kind of didn't feel nice when I lay down with this on my stomach. But it does work pretty well as long as you're not laying down. And then if you're running a sidearm, get a pistol holster like this. I think, oh, it's gonna set this and use this. And put this on you so you can just slip it right out. Another thing that you're going to be wanting is for clothing. Clothing is important. If you've played the game, you know how much it hurts, and you really want to get hit for the first couple times so you can see how badly it's going to hurt, so you can pick the clothing that you want. Let's say you're in the southern United States, for example. It's hot down there. Depending on where you are, it's humid. And wearing something like a long sleeve like this I have here is not going to be ideal. You're going to be sweating. It's going to be miserable. So you could wear a t-shirt. T-shirts are pretty nice. I mean, they don't protect your arms. That's the only issue. So if you're fine with getting bruises everywhere, I've even gotten bruised in this, though. At point blank, that was. But if you're fine with getting bruised, just wear a t-shirt and you'll be fine. I usually wear pants because where I live there are thorn bushes and I don't want my legs getting tore up. And pants also protect me pretty well from BBs. Another thing that you could do is you could wear a sweater if it's cooler out. I definitely don't recommend it when it's hot out. You're not going to be having fun with that on. It will keep you protected from BBs pretty well, but it's just not going to feel the nicest. Another thing you could do is wear a hat. So if you're wearing a mask like this or the two-piece, you can do a hat that's got the bill backwards, and then that will also cover part of your neck and will keep the top of your head protected, which is really nice. So you're not getting these, forehead shots from someone across the map. Another thing you could get is a sight for your gun. This one's got a red dot sight here. Because your standard gun's going to come with just your iron sights. Another thing is your grip. You could get a foregrip like I have there. Don't recommend putting it further out. It doesn't feel the nicest holding it. And then a tracer unit. Tracer units are only good for low light conditions. In broad daylight, that's doing nothing. So pretty much what's in there is there's an LED light in there, and you use these tracer rounds, which are pretty much just glow-in-the-dark BBs. And so once they go through that LED in there, lights them up, and they turn green or red, whatever color you have. There's other tracer units that can also have a flash to them, like a real gun would, like a muzzle flash. Other ones have like rainbow colors if you want that to make it look cool. It does give your position away a lot, though, so do be warned if you're using that. And then we have kill rag. So kill rag, whenever I'm playing, I don't use it. I play typically with friends. I'm not playing in public, so we don't need these. But if you're playing in public, I highly recommend a kill rag. I got this from my Milsim event as part of the package, and got this little carabiner here. Just pull it out of my plate carrier pouch and set it on my helmet, and it's really useful so you're not getting shot at it constantly. I've seen people pull these out, though, and they still get shot a few times. So it really just depends on, who you're playing with, that sort of stuff. Gloves. Gloves are really important if you don't want bruised hands. Getting hit in the hands typically hurts a lot. No matter the gun, it hurts a lot. I've been hit in the hands by snipers, pistols, and ARs. It hurts. All of them hurt. So I recommend something like this. So I just have these gloves that I got. I can tap my phone with them if I need to use my phone. These are the ones I got for my ghillie suit. So that's why, I mean, they got the sleeve to them just to break up the shape of the hand. So gloves are very important. I do highly recommend, even if you are in a hot environment, to wear these. I wore not these pair, but another pair when I was at my Milsim event, and they worked really well, had no problems. You know, I was sweating a bit midday when it got hot out, but otherwise I was fine. That wasn't due to the gloves. That was, of course, due to my pants and long sleeve shirt like this. But I think that wraps up our video here. Hope this gives you guys a good little insight on what you should bring to Airsoft. I do have a short also that goes over what you should get if you are just starting out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Goodbye.